Nature is poised between winter and spring right now, and every day brings tiny changes. We seem to fluctuate between sunshine and an overcast sky, fog and rain, and I get the sense that many Danes are impatient for spring by now. My name is Helle, and I began this channel a little over a year ago. During that time, I've learned a lot, had a lot of fun with it, and also many doubts. It was a huge joy to me when some of you started leaving kind comments. I'm not necessarily good at leaving comments myself. I'm mostly a lurker. So I sympathize with those of you who go in, watch a video, then go out again without leaving a trace. That's what YouTube enables. But when some of you started leaving comments, it made it so much more concrete and real to me that there were actual people out there watching. I am very grateful for that, and it motivates me enormously. So, why did I start this channel? There are several reasons, pointing in somewhat different directions. For one thing, it enables me to be creative, with words, images, perspectives, sounds. I've always had a need to be creative. I think a lot of us do. From writing to gardening, knitting, and making these videos now. There's a storytelling element about making videos, but unlike the world of writing, where you don't have an immediate response, nor may ever finish anything that will be published, let alone traditionally published, this is freer somehow, more democratic. Look at this. I mean, when you look at this, these are unmistakable little buds. Can I just take this moment to say yay? So spring is nigh, and that is such a blessing. So pretty soon I'll be able to take you to places that are just a little more blooming and green and pleasant to look at, and that's going to be good. I think this is the first time out where I haven't actually worn a huge coat or layers of wool and things, so that in itself is kind of a miracle. Sorry that I'm wearing these huge Jackie Onassis-like sunglasses, but I can't find my other sunglasses, and the sun's really bright, so I didn't want to be squinting all the time. I have a friend who's a writer and who has written several books, some self-published, a few published by a small publishing company. He told me that there are more people that watch my videos than read his books, which made me think. Aspiring writers, or even many established writers, need someone else to say, yes, we will publish you, and many never get that break. While I still have a love of writing, I needed to do something that felt more empowering, instead of relying on other people's potential thumbs up or becoming paralyzed by their thumbs down. To me, it's equivalent to Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics telling us to focus on what we have power over, to trouble ourselves only over what we can control, and leave the rest. Another and very important reason is that I get to share parts of my surroundings, my home, my town, my country, with you. Soon the cows will be let out, and they will be once again walking in these fields, which is a sure sign of, well, spring and summer, and I just love it when the cows are out. Maybe you can hear an ambulance or a police siren in the background. That's because, as partly rural as this looks, it's only about 3.5 kilometers from the center of town. I get to single out things I find positive and uplifting, or beautiful, or simply interesting, in hopes that it may have a positive effect on someone else as well. While I love going outside and seeing different places, I can't help also going inward, reflecting on life and sharing aspects of our human experience, as seen from my perspective. I'm not a tourist guide after all, but simply a Dane, a human being living in Denmark, having some experiences that are unique to this place, as well as some that are more or less universal. The videos that I myself prefer to watch are videos where I get to know someone and hear what they're thinking while they're showing me their world. And I love the connecting part of it. The fact that someone else, somewhere else, briefly connects with me across time and space.
So I have this one question for you. Well, I have two. The first one is, what do you come here for? What prompted you to watch some of my videos? And if you've come back for more, why? My other question is, what else would you like to see? Or what would you like to see more of? Or what would you like to see that I haven't done so far, that I haven't shown you or talked about? I would love to know. I can't promise to deliver because, of course, it needs to be not only doable, but something that I feel somewhat enthusiastic about. But I can promise that I'll consider it and that I'll do my best.
This is still a very small channel, and it may continue to be. There's no guarantee that just because you work at something and stay consistent and try to improve, you will also achieve success, or a measure of success, however we define that. We're not entitled that way, and I think that's why many of us give up when trying out new things, especially creative endeavors. I continually consider giving things up, but then often something or someone prompts me to continue, at least for a while.
So I'm gonna go out and dare something I haven't done in quite a while. I'm gonna try to go for a run. Well, run is perhaps not exactly the word. It's that one step above walking. So light jog perhaps. But I tried a couple of weeks ago, sprained my knee. But I've been so out of it since I had COVID, so extremely out of shape. So now I really got to do something about it. So here goes. Also, bought new running shoes because my old ones were injuring me more than helping me.
I never set out with a specific goal in mind for this channel. I simply wanted to share aspects of my Danish life with you, with other people, hopefully from around the world. And I wanted to do it in a way that sparked curiosity, or calm, joy, or a sense of virtual companionship maybe, across cultures. I have several ideas in the pipeline, but I'd love to hear any suggestions you might have, even if you see this video weeks from now. I do my best to read all comments, also on older videos, though I don't necessarily reply to all of them. There was one comment recently that said, "I want to start farming in Denmark," and I didn't really think I had a useful reply to that. To some extent, I still don't know what I'm doing, but I've been here before, for instance when I started out as a teacher. But as the American philosopher and educational reformer John Dewey said, we need to interact with our environment in order to learn and adapt through our various experiences, and not by sitting around waiting for the expertise to suddenly fall into our laps. Learning by doing, in other words, plus endless rounds in the feedback loop, with ourselves, with experts, with you, the people whom it's all for. As always, I thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you next time.